No wonder the children hated it. I should hate it myself if I had to live in this room long. Foreshadowing. Something's going to happen. It is fortunate Mary is so good with the baby on 77. Okay, look at the chain of events here. It is fortunate Mary is so good with the baby, such a dear baby, and yet I cannot be with him. It makes me so nervous. I suppose John was never nervous in his life. He laughs at me so about this wallpaper. What's going on here? Look at her thought process. I mean, where is this? Is this coming through, you know, the real structured, rational?
It's like scatterbrained.
Yeah. First she talks about Mary and the baby, and like, oh, but I can't be around the baby because the baby makes me so nervous. I suppose John's never been nervous in his life. Right? She's just going from one thing to the other, just clinging from one word and hopping from one subject to the other. And then John's never been nervous in his life. He laughs at me so about this wallpaper. Right, that's why the antagonist here, not you know, like John is partly is the antagonist, but it's not because it's not like he knows it. You know, it's not like he's doing it maliciously. And the relation between John and the wallpaper. On 78. She says about John, he says that with my imaginative power and habit of story making, a nervous weakness like mine is sure to lead to all manner of excited fancies, and that I ought to use my will and good sense to check the tendency. So I try. What does she like to do? Does John allow her to do that? Why not? Yeah, I mean, it'll allow her imagination to run away, right? Or she'll just run away with her imagination. Do you think that's true? You think by letting her write, it would just let her go further off the deep end? Or do you think he should have allowed her to write? Do you think it would have helped enough for her to not be? Because she's crazy, right? She's bad. No, no, she's crazy.
It would make her not crazy.
Huh?
I don't think it would. I think it would help. Normal.
You think it would make her normal?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh.
I still think she'd be crazy.
So what's the point in allowing her to write if someone's, I mean, I don't know much about psychiatry or psychology really, but I mean, if someone is entertaining just really imaginative and fanciful, you know, dreams, right? They're living in an alternate reality, and they refuse to see reality as it is. Don't they teach them to not indulge in those fantasies? If you're crazy? Okay, well, we all agree that she is crazy. But people say that, well, he should have allowed her to write, to exercise, to have a voice. The problem is that she's crazy, and if you're crazy, you probably shouldn't be indulging in that kind of imagination, because that just draws you in even further. Maybe. Don't know. Because, I mean, who's writing this story? The crazy lady. So she is writing. She's writing in secret, but she's still writing. Don't we see her become progressively more insane? Right. So maybe John might have had a point in this one small area, right? But John definitely does many other things that could lead her to to insanity that can make her go crazy, that do not help at all. But not allowing her to write probably was a good move or a good idea on John's behalf, because she's writing and she goes crazy. She's writing in secret, but she goes crazy.
But if she don't write, she can still go crazy.
Right.
She just keep it
I
inside.
think it don't
Well, when
make,
someone's
it don't
insane, you don't make it worse
Yeah.
before you can treat it. If you treat it if you make an insanity worse, you can't save the person. But if you keep it from progressing, you can bring the person back. That's what he's hoping.
But all of his other actions just make it worse for her.
Yeah. I think it makes her just want to write more.
Now, and this is an important part, because this is foreshadowing, right? My imaginative power and habit of story making, a nervous weakness like mine is sure to lead to all matter of excited fancies. Portia letting us know that she can go, she will have craziness in the near future. Okay, so she's looking at the wallpaper, but I must not think about it. This paper looks to me as if I knew what vicious influence it had. There's a recurrent spot where the pattern lolls like a broken neck and two bulbous eyes stare at you upside down. That's kind of an interesting way to view a pattern, right? Do you guys know what a Paisley pattern is? Okay. It's kind of I'm not going to draw it because people make fun of me and it hurts my feelings. But you guys know when you like those Paisley patterns, when it looks almost like a vine, right? Paisley, and those two little, it'll have those little loops that'll kind of curl underneath, and that's what she's talking about, right? Like a broken neck with two eyes just bulging out of the sockets. Again, I never really thought of Paisley pattern like that, but pretty interesting and disturbing. And so things continue on, and on 80 there is an image that's important. It says, "I lie here on this great immovable bed. It is nailed down, I believe." Why is this an important image? What was one of the big things about feminism? I mean, what are about being a feminist or the feminist movement? What's the point of it? Feminism, you know what it is? What?
A woman's right, what they believe.
Yeah, it's that women have a voice.
Right.
Come on, ladies, I asked you what feminism is, and all the ladies are quiet. It's about giving you a voice. Speak up. That's exactly what it is. It's about giving women a voice, giving women, or claiming, not giving them a voice, but it's about claiming the voice that women have, and certain freedoms and rights that are overlooked in a place in society that has been overlooked, and claiming that. Now, this has got feminist critique all over. Again, this image here with this great immovable bed. Why would a great immovable bed that is nailed down be a strong image? Obviously, these, as a married couple, they have had a kid. They have had sex. The image of a bed in a marriage says many things, right? A bed that is, she's laying in a immovable bed that is nailed down. The idea of being, submission versus dominance, right? She's completely submissive in all aspects of their relationship, sexually, socially, everything. She is submissive. When you have something like this, an image like this, it's not, again, it's not because she's not giving I don't know. Gilman isn't giving a commentary on sexuality in a marriage or whatever. It's just it's just another image to help bring home or drive home the point of submission in all aspects, and not being equal, not having a voice, and being treated like a piece of property, right? Now, in these stories, when we see, and I was going to. Told you guys talked to you about numbers, like why something would be 3 as opposed to why something would be 5 or 6. I have no. Okay. Okay. So if just in one of my night classes, we just read a story about a guy shooting. It's called shooting an elephant. Now, it takes the guy shoots 3 times, and it's the 3rd shot that kills the elephant. Why would it be 3 shots? Why not 4 shots? Or 6 shots? Or 9 shots? Right. 3rd time's the charm. Exactly. Why is 3rd time a charm?